June, come here. Hey, good girl. Hey, good girl. All right. Hi. Hey, it's me, Amy Prokopis. I'm the author of the young adult novel, The Arena, and I am working on my second book right now, as in like tonight even. So welcome back to my channel. If you're new and haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, turn on the bell if you're interested in getting bookish content. I post about once a week, anything related to my writing, sometimes what I'm reading. So, hello. It's been a little while since we did one of these, and my intention was to do them on Wednesdays because Wednesdays are better days for me to sit and write anyway. But this week, Wednesday didn't work. I had an event. So May 12th. So thank you for joining me on a Thursday. Here in a minute, we'll do some sprints. So if you've never joined a writing live stream before, usually they consist of these kinds of community conversation pieces, and then in between you actually do work. So you might have like a 20-minute writing sprint where all you do is spend 20 minutes fully focused on what you're working on. That can be for anything you're working on. It doesn't have to be writing. So if you're joining me and your thing's not writing, maybe you're just cleaning your house or folding laundry, that is also fine. I'm just glad that you guys are all here and we can connect and chat. So I did not poll my Instagram this time around. The first time around we did this, I did to get some questions. This time I thought I'd just keep it kind of conversational. So today we are actually, come back here. We are actually joined by my dog. So I don't know if I've showed her off before. This is June. Say hi. She's my buddy. She is a Havanese. As you can see, her little tail, it curls up over her back. They're supposed to be really good breeds with children. They're also pretty good therapy dogs, which is mostly what she is for me. She senses when anyone's sick or upset and gets real cuddly and sweet. So that's June. Yeah. And she's joining us today. She'll be sitting on her little chair over here until she gets bored of us and goes to play with my son. So if I get up out of this chair at any point, it is probably to go and help the little guy out. So sorry in advance. We are going to do 20-minute sprints this time around, just like we did the first time. So we are going to go for about 6:30 to 8 is how I've usually structured it. If we end a little bit early for any reason, that's possible. If I'm just really getting a lot of work done, we might even go late. So I hope you guys stay tuned and want to work along with me. As I said, I'm working on my second book. So my first book was The Arena, which is a science fiction novel. If you haven't read it yet, the fans of the Hunger Games would really like it. It has the same kind of governmental, overreaching, corrupt government kind of themes, as well as themes of finding yourself and discovering who you are along the way. And there's some romance. So that's all included in The Arena. So thanks to you guys who've read and reviewed it. If you have read it and haven't reviewed it yet, please hop over to Amazon and Goodreads and do that. You can find me just by searching my name, Amy Prokopis. I'm the only one in the US, so I'll be there. And if you don't already, you should follow me on my social medias. Here's my Instagram right here. I'm pretty active on Instagram. That's where I post most weeks is to my Instagram. That's where I interact with people, other book lovers is there. So if you don't follow me there, go follow me now. Reach out to me. Let's chat. Let's have a good time. Let's talk about books. I've also been a lot on TikTok. I gave myself a challenge this month. It was part of my monthly goals, which I also post to YouTube. If you haven't seen my monthly videos where I discuss my like goals for the month, how I did, what I read, all of that's in those videos. And one of my challenges, I'm calling it a bonus challenge because it's not part of my 3 goals per month. It's just kind of an extra. So on TikTok, I'm trying to post there once a day at least for every day of the month of May. And so far I've done that and I've had some pretty good I've had some growth just doing that. I've jumped like I don't know, like 20 viewers I think, or not 20 viewers, 20 followers I think already. I had a TikTok yesterday about sequels. It was about the sequel. Like I had my main character thinking everything's okay, and then the villain is still alive and comes out after her. So that's kind of the gist of the TikTok, but I posted it, and after about 2 or 3 hours it had 5,000 views, and it's still going up. But it's by far my best TikTok, and I'm just having really fun. I'm having a really good time on TikTok. So go over there if you really like books and you want to see all of my bookish thoughts in video. It's I have a good time making them. So there's those. I think because it's been about 8 minutes, I think before we get into like just some of the general conversation and questions, I think that we should just go ahead and get into our first sprint. Like I said, the first sprint, it's going to be 20 minutes. I will probably put my headphones on for this and get some of my own music going. So, like I said, what I'm working on tonight, I am working on my second book. I have a video planned for this weekend where I kind of announced the project. So I'm not going to give you too many details what this book is about, but you should know that I already have the first draft written of this book. That's what all of this paper is. And tonight I am doing my very first read through of it. So the way that I edit, I'll write the first draft and then I will put it aside and let it sit for anywhere from like maybe a week if I just don't have a lot of time. Or sometimes, since I write kind of with the seasons, since I work in a public school, I'll set it aside for the rest of the semester. And then when the summer hits, I will come back to it and I'll do my first read through, which is what I'm doing tonight. So I don't change anything. I don't really fix any mistakes. I mean, I do a little bit with on the paper, but what I'm really doing is I'm just reading through the book front to back, not really stopping to make too many adjustments and notes. I'm reading it for content to see what I like, what I don't like with as much of a fresh pair of eyes as I can. So that's what I'm working on tonight. So if you're interested in what all of this paper is, then you're going to want to subscribe, turn the bell on, because I am posting that video announcing my next book on Sunday. So you'll be want to be on the lookout for that. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get into the first 20-minute session. So we'll probably end up with 2 or 3 of them, but we're going to start with this one. So I'm going to put my headphones on. So I'm going to mute myself and then I'll get our timer put up. It'll be this side. Oh my gosh. It's going to be right here and it'll be counting down. So if you are working on something else, you can go about doing that. It's going to get really quiet. Sorry. And the timer will be here and it'll go off when we're done. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. All right. So, how'd we all do? I hope you guys got a lot done. I am into page 15 is where I'm reading. So, I cannot wait to share this project. Oh my gosh. Ginger, come here. Buddy. Oh my goodness. Come here. You're being very loud down here. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, since I write books, I figure the first thing that we should talk about is what we're all reading. So, I'm still finishing A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think last time we had one of these streams, I was into the second book. I am like 2 hours, because I'm doing it by audiobook. I'm like 2 hours from finishing A Quarter Silver Flames. I'm almost done with the whole series. And I think this last book is my favorite for a lot of reasons. So I can't wait to finish it. I think the next thing I'm reading, there's another like local-ish author who just released a book called From the Mouth of Sirens, I think is what she's called it, Abigail Hare. And her book is currently on its way to me right now from Amazon. So that'll probably be my next read is that book, which I'm really excited for. So that's what I'm reading right now. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, what are you streaming? So over Mother's Day weekend, I decided to take some time off from everything. I was having a really tough time. I still am a little bit, but I'm coping. But I was having a hard time managing my anxiety. For a lot of you who know me or have been around long enough, I have an anxiety disorder. I struggle with my mental health every so often. I'm pretty open about it because I also am a school counselor. That's my day job. So part of my entire day is talking about mental health with teenagers. So I think it's really shaped the way that I write because I see into people's thinking from all kinds of different aspects, which is always really interesting when I sit down to talk with a student that thinks completely differently than I do and can still relate to them or see their point of view. That's really fun to me. That's why what I like about writing so much is writing different kinds of people. So while I was taking a break from everything for my mental health over Mother's Day, I didn't do anything at all. And I sat on the couch. I literally just sat on the couch with June, my toddler, and I watched I think like the whole first season of The Last Kingdom. So I thought I'd seen it before. I think I'd just seen a movie by a similar name, not the movie that they're making right now, but I'm really enjoying it. It's fictional, of course, but it goes a little bit into the history behind like the Danes coming into parts of Europe and the conflicts that happened with them. So it's really interesting. The characters are really fun. They're also, what I like about them is they're all flawed in some way. Nobody likes a true good guy or a true bad guy, right? At least I don't. I want people to have some depth. Like I like my hero to make maybe one questionable decision or have a past that they are currently working through or have done something in the past that they regret. And I like my villains to have a little bit of redeeming quality. Like maybe the reason that they're doing terrible things is because they're victims of terrible things and it makes you feel some empathy for them. So it's really difficult to just see them as wholly bad. I love writing villains. I think I said this in the last stream that villains are one of my favorites to write in any story. So I spend a lot of time creating the villains in my books just because I think that having a really good main character and a really deep villain makes the whole story come together and it keeps you reading it. So that's what I'm watching right now. It's on Netflix if you're interested. It was originally, I think, on the BBC, maybe. It's from the UK. I know that. But it's really good. Oh my gosh, you're getting so squirmy. So I think that maybe that's a good place to stop right now. and start another 20-minute sprint. So I think we're going to go ahead with another 20 minutes. I'm going to have to get up, let Jun run around a little bit, refill my mug, and then we can all jump back in. So let me mute myself and I will reset our 20 minutes so that way we can all start again. So if you have any questions, send them to me you can send them on Instagram right now, or you can drop them in the chat. That's also fine. But send me your questions or things that we should discuss and talk about. And so in the meantime, 20 minutes, I'm going to get back into page 15. So I'm going to mute myself again and we'll get going. So see you in 20 minutes. All right. So we got interrupted by Finn, my 2-year-old. You can kind of hear him in the back. I think he's chasing June. So how'd everyone do? I got to page 27 of my read through. So a little ways in. It's 7:28. We're probably gonna have time for at least one more stream. Or not stream, sprint. So we'll see. So another question that I heard this one on the radio. What's everyone listening to right now? So tonight I'm listening to some old playlists that I listened to. Goodness. One moment. Little man, do you need help? Oh, yeah. So tonight I'm listening to some old playlists. Do you want to say hi? Okay. Oh my gosh. Can you say hi? No. Let's go ahead and jump into the next 20 minutes, I think. That way I can get him set up and we'll come back to this question. So let's do that. All right. So we're back. Sorry we got interrupted. So we were talking about music. So what are you listening to right now? Right now it's different. So I said before we jumped back in that I've been listening to a playlist, like an old playlist that, so at least some of it is stuff I was listening to when I wrote this book. I think that's going to change now just because the music's different, the feelings are different. So that's what I'm listening to exactly right now. The songs I'm listening to on repeat, I'm loving As It Was by Harry Styles. I love that song. It makes me feel a little bit better in the morning when it comes on the radio on my way to work. I don't feel quite so negative because I've definitely been feeling kind of negative about a lot of things, but going to work in the morning's been kind of difficult. Getting out of bed's been really hard. But I'm coping and figuring it out. But I also found this band on YouTube. They were included in a playlist of songs I was listening to when writing a different project. That book will come at a later date. And they are Saint Mesa, and they are great. They're amazing. So I am really loving their song. Oh, crap. What is it? It'll come to me in a minute. But I'm loving all of their stuff. I've been listening to their latest album on repeat. So that's what I've been listening to. Somebody sent me on Instagram a minute ago what headphones I'm using. So a while back at Christmas time, I asked for like some running gear. I needed to replace some of my old stuff, and I didn't have like really good running clothes, not for distance. It's not fun to distance run and get all sweaty and hot in a t-shirt. So you like to wear some things that are more dry wicking. So I basically just replaced all of that. And this is something that came along with it. So these are Aftershocks. I have the Aftershocks Treks, I believe. They're a little older, but I love these. So they hook around your ear like a pair of sunglasses. And this, because the way that you like hear, like the way your hearing works, is this little bone right next to your eardrum. It vibrates sound. And so that's what this does. It vibrates with sound. Even when I have it turned up really loud and I can hear, like as loud as it'll go, I can hear the music. The person next to me can't hear the music, which is awesome. But also, while they can't hear the music, I can also hear them talk still. So if I'm wearing a pair of these on a run and I've got the music up loud, I can still hear oncoming cars and I can hear if somebody yells at me. And that's super important when you're running for a lot of reasons. One, just like being aware of your surroundings, because occasionally like drivers are not, unfortunately. So that's good. But also being a woman in running can be unsafe. Some of you may know and may have already realized that, or have thought about that when I mentioned you can also hear what's going on around you, but that's a huge part of it too. I can hear if some creepy guy is running behind me, or if some creepy guy yells something completely inappropriate at me, I can also hear that. So that's why I use these. They're really, really comfortable. They're super light. They're also like rubber, so I can fold them up like super, super small and they still work perfectly fine. So they're easy to travel with and they hold a very long battery. So that's what I'm wearing. So thanks for asking that. I don't remember who asked that on Instagram, but thank you. I love these. And as soon as they start to like go out, I'm totally going to upgrade. But they were a gift. So I don't really know how expensive they were, but see, they just kind of slip on like that. They're so comfortable. And my ponytail sits right above it and it doesn't like move around or slide off my head and slip out like earbuds do. So that's what I use when I'm running and really when I'm sitting like this and don't want cords and stuff in my way. I have enough cords right now in my way. My laptop charger is all in the way. I've got my big draft here. So I'm on page 37. I don't know what you guys are working on or how you guys are doing, but I'm on page 37 of my read through. So I'd say that's going pretty well. Let's see. It is 7:55. I know I said 6:30 to 8 o'clock. I'm kind of thinking maybe we do one more sprint, maybe another 20-minute one to see how far we get, because I'm definitely going to continue reading anyway tonight. I'm hoping to get like a really good chunk in. So I'm a speed reader. I learned that when I was in school for like testing purposes. So I'm a speed reader. So my plan is to try and get halfway into this draft tonight because it's a quick read. So I'll do this anyway. I don't know. What do we think? Anyone? What do we think, guys? Do we want to do another sprint? Maybe. What do we think? Let's check. Instagram. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do another one. So we'll do another 20 minutes, unless anyone has a problem with 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes works really well. So send me questions, drop them in the comments if you want. Reach out to me on Instagram. That's also fine. And we'll chat some more. So let's do another 20 minutes, maybe once more. We're going to go over 8 o'clock, but I'm fine with that. So let's do that. 20 minutes. I'll get 20 minutes on the clock. I'm going to mute myself and we'll see how far I get. So right now I'm on page 37. So we'll see. All right. Okay, well, that'll be the last of our stream, or last of our sprints. So, and I also remembered the name of that song. So I've been listening to the band Saint Mesa on repeat. And they have, and I found them through the song called Throne, which is a Saint Mesa song. So it was in a playlist on YouTube that I was listening to when I was doing some writing on a different project. And the song just kind of hit me in the moment I was writing. And so I've been listening to that song a lot. So Throne by Saint Mesa. That's the song. Anyway, I got to page 50. So I am about 50 pages into my read through of this draft, which is my next book. So again, if you're interested in exactly what it is I'm working on and have been working on tonight, I'll have a video out over the weekend on Sunday announcing the project, essentially. I'm not going to give all the details away, but I'll kind of explain like the genre a little bit, some background, when I wrote this last, those sorts of details. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, and so you don't miss it on Sunday, make sure that you hit the notification bell down below. That way you will get notifications when that video goes live. Also, if you already do, thank you so much. But if you don't, follow me on Instagram. I will post more about the project there. A lot of my fun things that don't end up on YouTube, like some of my photos for projects and the way that I connect, answer questions, that stuff all happens on Instagram. So go there. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I have kind of a challenge for myself going this month involving TikTok. So I'm posting once a day to TikTok for the entire month of May. So go follow my TikTok. The handle's right there down below to see those videos. So I'm having a lot of fun with TikTok. It's been really fun. This stream was great. Thank you for joining me and working along with me. I hope it was productive for you guys as it was for me. I started reading during the stream, so I haven't started my read through until this stream. I saved it especially to get started on tonight. So I read exactly 50 pages in this first session. For me, I'm going to keep reading tonight. So I'll keep working tonight. I do a lot of my work at night and the evenings and a ton on the weekends. That's just the time that I have. And I do it all between watching my little guy, hanging out with my husband. You guys got to see Finn a little bit, my son, and my puppy dog. She's always around. But that's pretty much it. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining me. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Make sure you follow and like and everything, and send me more comments and questions. Send me some suggestions for things to discuss in these videos. But otherwise, I hope everyone has a really good rest of your week, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye.